So good morning, everyone. It is Tuesday. Let's take a look at our do now. Who was the best skater you saw on our field trip? Just write your answer. If we tried to push two different classmates across the skating floor with the exact same amount of force, would they always have the same speed and acceleration? Now to think about that, and then why or why not? So today's learning targets, I will demonstrate my understanding of speed, velocity, and acceleration and how they relate to motion. I will review everything I've learned so far in force and motion. I can show what I know about speed, velocity, and acceleration on a quiz. We did some review yesterday, so we're good. Answer all kinds of questions about force in a competition and maybe win a prize. So let's go over these slides. This is the motion, this is a graph of the motion of a boat in Lake Austin. So here we have our time. Here we have our velocity. So turn to your elbow partner and come up with the best description of the boat's velocity. Add a description of the boat's acceleration and be ready to share in 3 minutes. All right, that 3 minutes has passed since you paused this. All right, so that's the velocity. Well, we're going to take the largest amount of time, the speed, right here, the velocity, 50, divide by 5. So 50 divided by 5 is 10 meters per second squared. So we know that that's the acceleration, the velocity. Now the acceleration is, we know that the boat has gone from 0 to 10 meters per second squared in 5 seconds. Well, that's pretty cool. Let's look at this one. This is the motion of a 10-year-old on her bicycle. We have our distance and our time. So position, so this is going to be a speed graph, okay? So let's talk about the velocity because we're also going to talk about which way she's going. So we come to the farthest point, 60 and 5. So 60 divided by 5 is 12. And we see that she's increasing her speed over time, and she is probably going down a straight street. That would be velocity. We're giving it our north. And the acceleration is she's having constant acceleration because it's continuing to go pretty quickly all the way through. And if we took this and kind of divided it, we'd probably come up with similar numbers. All right, that was awesome. So let's talk about units. What are the most common units for speed? Well, that's either kilometers or just meters or miles per hour. Sometimes we come up with, you know what, I'm going to change that. I'm going to edit my drawing and I'm going to insert a text box. That'll be easier. Okay. So we could have things like, let's change that all so we're good here so we can see everything. We could have kilometers per hour. We could have meters per second. We could have miles per hour. And if you notice, they're not huge. Okay? I'm going to make this a little bigger so you can see them. But there's 3 specific units. Okay? Now I'm going to copy that. I'm going to copy all of it. Oh, let's see if I can get that to copy. Copy. And we're going to paste it here. Because we're going to have to tweak it just a little bit. Okay, so we're going to add that here. Okay, but these are going to have a direction. The most common is like north, east, south, could be west. So we have kilometers per second. Because we're going to go west. You can go left or right, but these are the most common. So we could say, or using left or right. Right. And what is the most common unit for, cut that, Control X, got it in the wrong spot. We're going to put that down here. Let me get my thing there. I'm going to paste those, but usually we say that this is, and there's a 2, and I'm going to change that so you can see what that looks like. See if I can get that to do that. Okay, well, it's squared. It's kind of hard to do sometimes when we're doing text. You might see this symbol. You might see the acorn or the little carrot up, which is, showing you that that should be up as a like squared, and we all know what that looks like from math class. Okay, so that's what we got there. So now you're going to do this. You're going to study the next slide. So this slide right here, you're going to take a look at this. Okay. Oop, sorry, you're going to go take your quiz in Schoology. Never mind. We're going to go into Schoology, into the assignments folder. So let's go into, I'm going to go into a class, Schoology. Let's see. So we're going to come over here, and we're going to go into assignments. And we're going to come here, and we're going to take this speed quiz. We're going to click on it and take this quiz. Oop. And then when you're done, if you go back, there is a force and motion Kahoot. There's a link in Schoology, and you can use that. If you're done with that and you don't want to do that, I would like you to take a look at this. We're going to talk about this a little bit more over the next couple of days. So thank you, and we'll have a great day, and we will see you all on Wednesday or Thursday as we do some work together.